Bonjour tout le monde, comment ça va? On est mardi, alors j'espère que vous avez passé une bonne journée. Hop, attendez, juste là, voilà. Ok, hop, désolé, hop, voilà. Allez, on est parti. Alors, je disais, j'espère que vous avez passé une bonne matinée. Que vous passez, pardon, une bonne matinée. Que vous avez passé une bonne nuit, je vous souhaite un bon réveil, bon petit-déj et bon courage pour ceux qui sont au taf. Alors, on se retrouve ce matin sur Genshin Impact. On fera Hogwarts Legacy ce soir, puisque malheureusement, on est sur PC Master Race, et PC Master Race, c'est qu'à partir de 19h. Donc, exceptionnellement, on va faire un petit live ce soir sur Hogwarts Legacy. Peut-être que du coup, on va changer et streamer les soirs sur Hogwarts Legacy, voir un petit peu ce que ça donne. C'est l'occasion de tester un petit peu les lives le soir. Et voilà. Ce matin, Genshin. Et j'ai hâte d'être là ce soir, du coup, pour tester. On a regardé un petit peu. Malheureusement, PS5 sont favorisés et sont disponibles depuis minuit. Ça, c'est pas cool. Allez, on est parti. Alors, on va déjà faire ça. On va déjà commencer par nos quêtes quotidiennes. Tous les jours, on en a, c'est cool ça. Et ça, on a fini avec les invoques là. Que de lézards qui traînent là dans le coin. Avant qu'on attaque. Voilà. Je sais pas combien qu'on en a du coup. Voilà. Hop. On va vérifier les queues de lézards un petit coup. Bien qu'il nous en manque plus qu'une. Ah, le chat qui est en mode drift. Allez. J'entends le petit chat qui court derrière. On a un coffre là-haut. Il faut qu'on mette les détecteurs de coffre aussi pour qu'on les fabrique. Ouais, bon, on va laisser tomber un peu les queues, on va pas de lézards. Voilà. j'ai vu un coffre là-haut. C'est honteux, on en laisse une comme ça.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Ah putain, ça aussi, qu'il faut qu'on le fasse. On va le faire tout de suite, ça sera fait.
Speed of light.
Ah. Déjà, faut. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on va lui mettre debout?
Nice and spicy. Cut to the chase.
Allez, ça va y aller tout seul, voilà. Allez, on est parti pour les missions quotidiennes. Go, go, go. Oh putain, encore celle-là. Elle est chiante celle-là. Enfin, elle est chiante. Elle a pas d'intérêt. Mais l'avantage c'est qu'elle est rapide. Blablabla, on s'y comme une cave. On va aller rendre le bouquin à l'air. Allez, allons lui trouver de l'inspiration. Une dernière chance, putain, le nombre de dernières chances qu'on vient de lui a donné. Hein. Trouvons l'inspiration. Allez. Blablabla, blablabla. Go, go, go. La chose, c'est qu'on change l'endroit d'inspiration. Ah, le forgeron, tiens, ça faisait longtemps. Allez, allez, hop. Mission suivante.
Rise. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink.
Allez, va. Ça, je récupère. Il y en a un là. On va partir de là.
Quite a downpour. Nothing will get done until it clears. Let this be a lesson to those who yesterday said I'll do it tomorrow.
En vérité, on va les taper au plus.
Feel the beat! Dracula kick! Kuba, get them!
Ah non, c'est les tours là, ok. Ah, attends. Bon, on va pas te laisser en vie. On va casser les couilles. Ah putain, je me suis encore loupé. Ah mais il est tombé. Ah, je suis trop bas. Ok. Allez. Putain, ils reviennent.
Cut to the chase. Kuba, get them! Incoming! Don't blink! Hey! Nowhere to hide!
Allez. Et du coup, il nous en reste plus qu'une. Ah. Tiens. Ici.
Should
putain,
The
j'avais pas
wrong
fait gaffe.
test subject.
Speed of light!
I got careless. Picked the
Voilà.
wrong test subject.
Putain, il y en a encore un là. Eh oh. Pas venu ici pour vous les gars. Mais bon, c'est
Picked the wrong test subject.
il a des pop derrière. Il était devant, il a des pop derrière. Bon, bref. Oui, non, faut que je sélectionne. Il nous en reste plus qu'une.
Ah, the sun is out. Our work's done for the day. Shall we take a stroll?
Ah putain, c'est des défis particuliers. Ah, on l'a fait celui-là. J'aime pas trop. Y a on va. Voilà. Je crois que j'ai loupé un peu trop de particules au départ. Non. Ah putain. Ah non, j'en ai vu, non pas. Ah. Là. Là, elle est. Allez. Voilà. C'est bon. On y est. Alors, là, on va les récupérer. Ok. Ok. Cette histoire, putain, on en a un paquet à faire. Hop. Alors, ensuite, on va aller débloquer. On va aller un coup. On va juste chercher un petit coup la récompense, voir si on a récupéré assez de bois.
Would you care to sit down and...
Il n'y a rien qu'on peut fabriquer de spécial. Va falloir vraiment penser à aller chercher du. Faudra que je me fasse une petite session farm.
If you ever have any questions...
Ok. Allez.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
On va récupérer l'expédition, tranquille, hop. Alors, au niveau du sac, du coup, ce qu'on a. Une, on va aller faire des résines. Ok.
In adventuring, as in business,
Alors maintenant, on va
you
aller
always have to
débloquer.
seize
Parce que je ne l'ai pas débloqué. On part à partir d'ici. Déjà, on va mettre la voyageuse en. Attendez. Hop.
There's still a long road ahead.
Du coup, j'ai plus de.
Oh yeah, rock on!
Voilà. Le sang, elle récupère toujours. Alors. Donc on aille ici. Ah, là. C'est bon, j'ai la ref.
Incoming! Cut to the chase! You give, you receive.
Alors, ensuite, on va se mettre ici. Perdu.
Starfall!
Voilà.
Is this an answer from this world?
Enfin, ça m'a pas ouvert la porte.
Drop!
Pas tout compris là.
Starfall!
Ok. Allez, c'est bon. On va repasser.
I can't wait any longer!
Attends, on va déjà débloquer lui. C'est celui-là qu'il lui faut un Xio. Bon, bah, on va pas contrarier. Ok. Alors, juste, je suis curieux, je vais aller voir en dessous. Ah, un petit coffre. Tiens. C'était un peu loin. Voilà, recommencer.
Speed of light.
Encore un peu loin.
You give, you receive.
Ouais. Ah, il n'y a rien de... Ok. Allez. Ah, j'ai pas récupéré la mission quotidienne. Oh, l'autisme. On revient. On l'a débloqué, maintenant ça va vite. On fait juste un petit aller-retour et on y retourne. Et si je le fais pas là, je suis capable de l'oublier et c'est pas bien.
Thank you for completing to...
Voilà. Allez. Bon, voyons un petit peu ce qu'il donne celui-là. Waouh.
With sword comes shadow. Orders given. Orders received. Incoming. to the chase. Get them! You're toast!
La musique est épique. Mais je vois rien. Mais j'aime beaucoup.
Speed of light. With sword comes shadow. Don't blink. Hey! Shred on in. Into the... Speed of light. Cut to the chase. Get them! Incoming! Hey! Don't blink!
Voilà. On voit pas grand chose hein, quand même. Allez. On va faire un petit peu et après on va faire le point un petit peu. Crit, attaque, ouais, c'est pas mal. C'est pas mal. Là du coup, ok. Ok, allez, on est parti.
Incoming! Hey! With sword comes shadow. Don't blink! Incoming!
Ouais.
Power cord! Time to rock! Nice! Don't blink! Hey! Nowhere to hide. Incoming! Go. Feel the beat. Don't blink. Sacred name, fortune preserve. Speed of light. With sword comes shadow. Don't blink.
Ah non, 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 pas ça. Putain. Non, 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 faut dégager de là. Putain. J'aime pas quand ils font ça. On va tout de suite faire le raise.
Wheel of life. Cut to the chase.
Allez. Et on va le faire, on va le mettre un petit peu, mais pour l'instant ça va être provisoire. C'est la première session qu'on fait de farm pour lui. On va essayer de lui faire un set pas trop mal.
Don't blink! Hey! Got lucky that time. Incoming!
N'importe quoi. Faut qu'on le marque. Voilà.
Don't blink! Hey! Cut to the chase! Nice. Amp it up! Get them! You're toast! Speed of light! Hey! Nowhere to hide! Incoming! Nice and spicy!
Non, putain! Ah. À chaque fois, je me fais niquer sur. Ça, il me l'active là, je suis en plein dedans. Non, 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 non. Non, mais. Oh, putain! Sérieux! On se coince dans le coin là!
Got lucky that time.
Ça se passe mal là.
Exercise hand into the fire! Incoming!
Ah putain. Bon.
With sword comes shadow. Nice and spicy. Try till I'm dead. Don't blink.
Ok.
Get them! Nowhere to hide. Incoming.
Ah, 2 fois de suite, on s'est retrouvé coincé dans sa espèce de toupie là. Voilà. On va quitter, on va revenir après. Hop. On va aller faire une session de heal.
sword comes shadow. Incoming. Hey! Faster.
Power core! Time to rock!
Don't blink. Rise. Nice and spicy. Incoming. Cut to the chase.
Allez, faut le marquer.
Get them! You're toast! Speed of light. Incoming. Wheel of life. Speed of light. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Incoming.
Power core! Shred till I'm dead!
Rise. Don't blink. Incoming. Hey. Cut to the chase. Don't blink. Incoming. Go. With sword comes shadow.
Eh, coucou Aristote. Ouais, ça y est, je suis devenu affilié, enfin. Pardon, hop, du coup, je croyais qu'il était mort. Ça va? Donc on a commencé, on n'a pas encore donné de nom au point de chaîne, on a commencé à mettre des émoticônes sur les... comment dire? Sur les abonnés. Après, je peux pas en mettre encore sur les followers. Là, faut que j'ai 2 mois d'affilié pour pouvoir mettre sur les followers. Enfin bon, ça avance petit à petit. La semaine dernière, on est passé affilié. C'est cool, c'est cool. Ouais, c'est cool. Tranquille, ça avance petit à petit, voilà. On avance, tranquillement. Ça va toi? Tranquille ce matin. Là on a eu la semaine dernière on a eu Xiao. Donc bah là on farme un petit, on va essayer de le monter, on va farmer un petit peu les artefacts tranquille. Là, on a eu quelques persos tranquilles sur les derniers tirages. Il est où? Ici. Repose. T'as raison. T'as raison. J'aime beaucoup ce donjon d'ailleurs, il change un petit peu.
Orders received.
Don't blink! Ah, nowhere to hide. Speed of light! Hey! Ha. Lola, get them! Power core!
Guys,
Don't blink! Ah. Speed of light! Hey! Cut to the chase! Don't blink! Spice! Feel the beat! Amp it up! Speed of light! Hey, yeah! Race! Incoming! Hey! Yeah! With sword comes shadow! Speed of light!
real life.
Power cord! Don't blink! Hey!
Voilà, c'est fait, il reste plus que lui là-bas. C'est tranquille après.
Speed of light! Cut to the chase!
Voilà. Allez, on va faire un petit coup le point sur les artefacts. Première session qu'on fait pour Giro pour ces artefacts. Là. Du coup, avec les ventes de Lisa, ça m'a permis de tester un peu Giro. Je trouvais super cool. Ah, voyons un petit peu. Bon, on les changera, hein. C'est juste, on commence à équiper vite fait. On va farmer après, on va changer au fur et à mesure. Tac, recherche les données. Vite. Plus comme ça, je pense. Ça de la merde. Il faut plus partir sur ça, pareil, base dégâts crit. Ok. On verra après. Ouais, on va le monter petit à petit, lui. Par contre, c'est con, c'est... Lundi, jeudi, on va aller farmer dessus aussi. Je pense, voilà. Et puis ce soir, on fait un petit stream sur Harry Potter. Hogwarts Legacy, forcément. Au départ, je voulais le faire ce matin, 72 heures avant, mais c'est sur PS5. Et PC, c'est qu'à partir de 19 heures. Et moi, je suis sur PC. Donc, on va streamer un peu ce soir. Ça va changer un petit peu. D'habitude, on stream pas le soir. qu'est-ce qui va nous manquer après? Va falloir qu'on aille faire un peu de fleurs aussi. On a un peu de... On a pas mal de choses à faire, hein. Mais bon, il va se monter tranquillement.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Bah, du coup, je pense qu'on va continuer un peu l'histoire tranquille. Je débloque un peu tout ça. Je suis bien foutu sur cette zone-là. Les points de TP et tout. On va en profiter, on va débloquer ces 2 points de TP avant d'aller là. Ça va faire l'occasion. On arrive bientôt au désert là. On arrive sur la limite, on va pouvoir voir un petit peu. J'ai pas été encore dans le désert, c'est une honte. Juste débloquer la carte.
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Oh, faut que je me fasse une séance d'exploration là pour débloquer tous les points de TP.
Quite a downpour.
Ah, il est juste là.
Nothing will get done until it clears. Let this be a lesson to those who yesterday said I'll do it tomorrow.
Il y a un donjon juste en face aussi qu'on va débloquer. On va aller le faire après. Il doit être juste là. Voilà. Tiens, j'ai oublié de retirer un truc. On va changer le titre. Le drop, il est plus actif. Je viens juste de percuter. Obligé de le changer. Ensuite. Ah, j'avais pas vu les ronces, je me suis...
Quite a downpour. Nothing will get done until it clears. Let this be a lesson to those who yesterday said I'll do it tomorrow.
Pas fait d'exploration sur cette zone et tout, va falloir que je m'y inquiète un petit peu quand même. Ok. Allez, on repart de là.
Ah, the sun is out. Our work's done for the day. Shall we take a stroll?
Because things are so, ergo they are such.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebak. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Ethan went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
Ah, d'habitude, il marche au ralenti, lui, il court. Pas le temps de visiter.
Travelers and visitors, don't miss out.
What the? Where did she go? How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you in—
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right?
Non, il sait rien.
No matter.
Nous sommes
Rather than
innocents.
simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well,
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Let's go! Hop. Un TP. Là. Direct, on se TP, on rentre dans la
before us
cinématique.
lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh! What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Ahem. Well, look at you two,
Tiens,
acting all tough and
dans la famille.
self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two
Yes.
giants from the Academia duking it
Elle
out.
est cool,
once and for
Deya,
all.
j'aime beaucoup.
Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Ils se font un duel de regard.
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away!
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Ah, on est au resto. Paimon, elle doit être contente.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Candace, elle est stylée aussi, hein. Sérieux.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Ouais, vraiment cool, hein.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
C'est vraiment le problème dans Genshin Impact, c'est qu'il y a trop de personnages cool. Je sais plus qui choisir.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand.
Ah ouais, non, mais je suis d'accord, hein. Autant sur le jeu par lui-même que sur les persos, il n'y a rien à redire, quoi.
As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
D'accord, je vais être sage.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us.
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Alhaitham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out.
J'adore d'ailleurs. Ils sont si ennuyeux que j'ai fini par décrocher.
My
Sérieux.
situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru Village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures
Ouais,
in the
c'est normal.
sandstorm.
C'est son style, hein. Elle est comme ça.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Allez. Je regarde un petit peu du coup. C'est cool. Bon, on va découvrir un peu le désert. C'est cool. Tiens, juste ça. Juste on active la quête secondaire. Après on va continuer la quête principale. On va pas se disperser tout de suite parce que sinon on n'a pas fini. Allez, là plein. Faut qu'on se mette un bon perso d'Endro aussi. Ah bon, on va le faire tout de suite, c'est facile ça. C'est ça qu'on va mettre.
Yes. Flicker.
Non. Ça charge pas ça. Bon, on va pas mettre lui. Pas l'utiliser encore.
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale, reporting.
On a eu Yao Yao aussi. Ça va être plus simple avec un arc. Là, on va vite passer le cours de jardinage. Hop. On va reprendre notre équipe. Et on va continuer.
Just sharpen my spear.
Ah, elle nous attendait sagement. Ah.
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here
Avec
dealing
des
with
petits
these creatures
loulous.
the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Ah, here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Let's go.
Boba, get them! Incoming! Hey! Nowhere to hide. Don't blink!
faire une petite série. Tiens là, j'ai besoin de... Voilà. Jiangling, elle avait mal. Et j'ai pas été la soigner tout à l'heure, donc on en profite.
Speed of light. Don't blink. Hey. Cut to the chase.
Ouais, allez.
The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle
Oh,
Aru.
c'est tonton MP. Enchanté.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul.
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins?
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
Ouais,
I'll be
on a des
grateful
gars
for
avec
the
nous, c'est bon.
assistance.
Ok, ça
No
marche. À tout de
doubt you
suite.
will do a better job than some of my former subordinates.
Tiens, moi j'en profite aussi. Je vais aller me faire un petit café, j'arrive. Ouf. Oh tout le monde, allez, on va continuer. Tranquille.
Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Alors, il nous emmène où?
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? What do you make of it, Traveler? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story? Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon, is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists!
Eh, coucou, j'ai voulu que ça.
How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise, even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals.
Ouais, je continue la quête d'argent. Là. On arrive dans le désert, ça y est.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
Puis on a encore plein de quêtes histoire aussi à faire.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be?
Je viens de finir la quête de nomade.
To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
All right, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation. But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Ah, tu peux la renommer du coup. Ah, c'est cool ça.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
Idol Junior, mort de rire.
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's...
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house.
Merci. T'as déjà fini celle-là? T'as fini la quête d'argent, toi?
But I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Cool. Moi, je pense que là, on devrait pas tarder à toucher à la fin, quand même.
Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Je crois qu'il doit y avoir une grosse partie dans le désert
I was
encore.
only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Ok. D'accord, ouais, je vois le... Je vois la ref. Ce matin, tiens, on a été... Ouais, je m'inquiète pas. Ce matin, on a été commencé à farmer les artefacts pour Xiao. Donc du coup, j'ai débloqué son donjon. Puis j'ai commencé à faire les artefacts. Du coup, forcément, voilà. Prends ça, hein. Aizu, je l'avais déjà. Hein. Aizu, je l'ai je l'ai depuis. Je l'ai eu en même temps que Kanging, mais j'ai pas eu le temps de le faire en fait. Je me suis tellement intéressé sur Kanging que j'ai pas eu le temps de m'en occuper. Très bon DPS aussi, apparemment. Ouais. Faudra s'en occuper. Là, je commence à avoir trop de persos, je sais plus lesquels m'occuper. Là, on a dit, on se met sur Xiao. On va continuer un petit peu Ito aussi, voilà, histoire de le finir, de mettre son équipe. Ouais, ouais, j'ai vu au corps à corps. En plus, il a l'air d'être assez nerveux et tout, genre de perso que j'aime bien. Là, concrètement, on va se concentrer sur Xiao et sur Ito. Même si Ito, au final, je suis un petit peu moins fan de l'épée à deux mains, mais de faire en fait comme Xiao. On va suivre les conseils d'hier. Utiliser une batterie dessus et puis charger pour qu'il soit le plus rapidement possible en ulti. Mais je pense que ça va être Xiao en premier, quoi. J'ai vraiment aimé. Bientôt One Xinki. On a déjà. On a déjà. Il y a une rotation. Alors après, je connais pas encore la rotation du coup. Les persos, ils reviennent régulièrement dans le même ordre, je suppose, sur les bannières. Ah, ça fait pas longtemps. La première bannière où c'est que je m'en suis vraiment occupé, c'est celle où c'est qu'il y avait Ito. Ensuite, parce que avant, en fait, j'avais pas assez de. J'en mets pas assez. Après, il y a eu. Après, j'ai fait celle de Raiden. Donc c'est que j'ai eu peur de pas l'avoir. Je l'ai eu au dernier moment, putain. 80 vœux pour l'avoir Raiden. Mais je la voulais absolument, donc on l'a eu le dernier jour. Et puis la bannière actuelle. Là, je pense que je vais voir, peut-être que je vais faire une petite impasse sur la prochaine bannière. Histoire de stocker un peu d'étoiles. Et puis je pense que que je regarde un peu les armes et que je me fasse un peu de bannière au niveau des armes quand je vois des armes intéressantes. Pour avoir un peu d'armes 5 étoiles parce que j'ai pas du tout d'armes 5 étoiles. Ça dépend de l'envie. Ouais. Bon, on verra. On verra, mais c'est dur de résister. À chaque fois, je vois des nouveaux persos et je fais je veux, je veux. Comme là, au final, en fait, je l'ai fait parce que je voulais un autre healer, je voulais Yao Yao. Et au final, j'ai eu Xiao. euh, j'ai eu Xiao que j'avais pas spécialement envie et le fait de l'avoir testé et tout, maintenant je vais le monter. Ouais, on commence à avoir plein de persos. Ce qu'il me faut, vraiment c'est Bennett. Je veux absolument Bennett. Faut qu'il tombe un petit peu là. En plus, c'est un 4 étoiles, donc voilà. On devrait le choper assez facilement. En gros, là, ce que je veux, Bennett, c'est des bonnes armes 5 étoiles aussi. Voilà concrètement un peu les objectifs. Et je pense qu'on va déjà se concentrer. En fait, Bennett pour me faire une team carrée avec.
In
Ouais.
adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Une team carrée avec Raiden. Je sais pas où. Parce que le team exubérance, je sais pas encore si je me fais une carrée avec Raiden ou si je me fais une exubérance. Les exubérances, ça a l'air de bien fonctionner aussi, ça. Et j'ai envie de l'avoir, Raiden, j'ai envie de l'avoir en DPS, et en DPS, j'ai plus sur une team carrée, quoi. petit à petit, au fur et à mesure qu'on avance, on commence à comprendre quelques petits trucs. C'est pas encore tout, mais
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
ouais, voilà. Ouais, c'est parce que sur les builds avec Raiden, ils font des builds avec en exubérance aussi.
Ah, you're
Après,
back
on verra.
already?
Je pense qu'on va déjà faire. Faut absolument Bennett, faut que j'essaye de faire une type carré. Et après, je pense qu'on verra après par la suite pour l'exubérance.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
Ouais, je pense qu'on va faire plutôt comme ça. On va regarder Raiden en carré et quand on a Cookie, on essaye une exubérance. On verra.
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes.
Déjà, on va essayer de
Although
faire
he
une bonne
tried his
team
best to
DPS
stay hidden,
avec
I still
Xiao. Comme ça, on
noticed
va
him
avoir
eavesdropping
deux bonnes
outside the
teams
window.
pour faire
He really wants to get his
pour
grandfather
faire de
back.
l'abysse. Et puis après, on verra par la suite si ça coince un peu. On verra.
Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man.
Ouais.
However,
C'est
the scholar
toujours
was
pareil, il faut
unkempt
faire
in
un choix
appearance
entre
and
le
incoherent in
design et
speech.
l'efficacité.
Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa,
C'est comme les persos.
he was afraid.
Tu
and
les
didn't
veux
dare to
tous parce
approach
qu'ils sont
him.
beaux, mais il y en a, ils sont pas forcément adaptés à ton style ou à ton équipe.
One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed
C'est clair.
Isak hiding in the distance.
Candace, faut que je regarde aussi parce qu'on l'a. Je crois que c'est elle qu'on a chauffé. Hein. J'adore le style, voir un petit peu le type d'équipe, comment qu'elle se joue et tout ça. J'ai pas regardé aussi.
He even
J'en
took
ai tellement à
Isak to the
regarder.
entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, it's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Ouais, mais il y a
What did
beaucoup
you say,
de, il y a beaucoup de quêtes comme ça où c'est que.
No, nothing. As
Mais
long
bon,
as
faut les
Esau
faire.
keeps his word and doesn't get in our
Faut
way,
avancer, quoi.
we can take him along.
Au bout d'un moment, voilà.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys.
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow, thank you so much.
Autant les petites quêtes annexes, je skip un peu les paroles. Ouais, il est stylé, sinon. Autant la quête d'argent, la quête principale, j'aime bien avoir le lore quand même. Elle est assez intéressante.
All right. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Bon, allons nous renseigner.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Ouais, j'avoue, on connaît pas, on doit mettre de côté la quête principale, le coup juste pour le grand près. Mais il y a beaucoup d'histoires hein, avec les enfants. Pareil, c'est Timmy et son père là qu'il faut aller chercher dans les grottes enneigées.
The scholars that have gone missing.
C'est pas Timmy
Have you
celui
seen
du
them?
début? Sur Mondstadt? Je dis pas que lui c'est Timmy, je dis qu'il y a plein de quêtes similaires comme avec Timmy. Ouais. Non mais si on le retrouve à la fin, on le retrouve le père de Timmy. Non, je dis pas que c'est la même quête. Je dis c'est comme la quête de Timmy, on doit chercher le père. Là, on cherche le grand-père. Je dis que c'est dans le même style. Mais Timmy, on le si on le retrouve le père.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not...
Ah, c'est un autre enfant dans la montagne de neige. Il y a deux quêtes différentes. Ah, ouais, c'est parce que comme elles sont placées sur la même à Mondstadt les deux, je croyais que c'était le même. Ah ouais, mais je croyais que c'était... ouais, effectivement, Timmy, je suis d'accord, il est sur le pont avec les pigeons et je croyais qu'on le retrouvait là-bas. Comme en fait, ils en départ. Ouais, c'est en début, ouais. Ah, j'avais pas fait gaffe que c'était pas le même garçon, en fait. Comme dès le départ, et puis ça remonte, hein, comme dès le départ, ils en parlent, je croyais que effectivement. My bad. Ouais, je croyais que c'était Timmy, comme il parlait de son père qui était parti, qui était pas revenu. Je croyais que c'était lui. Ouais. À donner à manger aux pigeons et à attendre son papa.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one
Ça
who
va, je suis
protected
sage
my
avec les
house.
pigeons.
I
Juste
saw
le
it with
cours
my
dedans.
own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay.
Stay safe. Don't get hurt.
Bonjour.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you.
Ah, Payman, elle va venir direct. Elle me propose à
I've known
manger.
you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy!
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Allez.
Oh, of course not. It's all a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, mon idée de joueur. Ouais, dans le pire des cas, je l'ai mis en entrée interdite. Après, si, ouais, à la rigueur, faudra que je mette ma cam devant. Après, elle peut pas faire grand chose avec mon idée, quoi. Non, ce que je fais attention, par contre, c'est l'entrée avant de lancer le jeu, ça te met une partie
See if you can make out what they're saying.
de ton adresse mail, ça j'aime pas, donc... Non, avec l'idée, il fait pas grand chose.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Tu regardes, hein, même les gros streamers Genshin, ils ont leur idée en bas.
yes, of course I have. King
À part se
Deshret
faire
is the
spammer de
one and
demandes
only
d'amis.
true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Ouais, c'est ça, parce que sinon tu peux pas faire la quête histoire quand t'es en mode comment dire, en mode coop. Donc faire rentrer c'est chiant. De temps en temps, t'en as qui essayent de rentrer, voilà comme ça. Mais c'est pas forcément des gens qui sont sur le live, hein. Après, voilà, sur le live, quand il y a des personnes qui veulent jouer et tout, on le dit, voilà, on y et puis on est parti, hein. Et ouais, t'as bien vu, de toute façon, voilà quoi.
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret.
De toute façon, quand j'oublie de remettre en, en entrée interdite, j'ai un rappel à l'ordre de temps en temps, quelqu'un qui essaie de rentrer dans le monde, je fais allez hop, on se met d'entrée interdite direct.
Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
Ça attire les hackers.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Dans la
Exactly.
vitrine de perso.
Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now,
Ouais.
repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Ouais, j'ai pas regardé ça.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My
Je
patience
vais
is
regarder
running
ça un peu
thin.
après.
You heard what I asked.
Donc pour pas attirer des hackers, tu mets les persos de merde. Et puis voilà, t'es tranquille.
Yeah. Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Ouais, tu mets pas de perso aussi.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're
Donc j'ai mis
all
Kang Jin en
praying for
photo
King
de profil.
Deshret's speedy return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Ouais, c'est pas étonnant.
Is that so?
En même temps, de la chouchouter quoi. Ça fait un moment qu'on
seems
l'a et
like he
tout.
still wants to know more. Keep talking. Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
Oh, c'est pas
No,
bien ça.
of course not. All we know are their names.
Ah, t'as vu, j'ai Raiden et Klinging, elle est toujours là.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Non, mais là, en ce moment, j'ai besoin de changement, mais pas aussi radical. C'est mon équipe principale, elle tourne, Klinging, elle est OP. J'ai besoin de me faire une équipe, une deuxième équipe pour faire une rotation. Et je pense que Xiao, c'est la bonne alternative. Il est dynamique aussi. Elle a eu le droit à la cérémonie de retraite quand même.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
I heard
Ouais,
that.
c'est les persos de début. Comme ça. Ah, ça fait un petit moment que j'ai cette équipe-là, du coup. Tu fais un rituel avec tous tes persos. Tu leur fais des offrandes aussi. C'est bien, c'est bien.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Ouais, moi j'avoue que Xinjiang, elle est venue une paire de fois aussi. Hein. C'était... Alors que moi je voulais Yao Yao, quoi. Au départ j'ai fait les tirages juste pour avoir Yao Yao. Et Yao, finalement, je crois que je l'ai eu au bout de 62. En même temps que Xiao.
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Les deux premiers tirages que j'ai fait, pareil, j'ai eu Xinjiang. J'en avais pas forcément besoin.
Grandpa, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then,
Ouais, Yao Yao, en fait, c'est
yells
celle que
out
j'ai
at
le
the top
plus
of his
galéré.
lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Ouais, Xinjiang, franchement, je trouve que ça a été abusé au niveau... Je sais pas comment ça se fait que... C'est la première fois que ça me fait ça, que j'ai autant de tirages sur un perso. Comme personne la veut, en fait, ils l'ont mis au taquet. Vous la voulez, vous l'avez. Bon, en même temps, moi, ça me dérange pas parce que, pareil, je l'ai C3 et ça m'augmente son bouclier.
There sure isn't
Du
much
coup,
here.
je l'ai dit hier, ouais. Le bouclier, j'ai travaillé sur 16 artefacts pour augmenter son bouclier. Super efficace maintenant.
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before. But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
Non, mais C3, c'est bon, ça me
There's a scent
suffit.
that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Elle fuit pour venir chez toi.
Yes.
Non, mais pareil, je te dis, je l'ai eu 3 fois là. Ouais, je la prends. Ça va me faire une petite C6, voilà.
Now that I...
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need.
Ouais, non, mais franchement,
Did you
j'ai trouvé que
first
c'était
encounter
abusé
this scent
aussi.
at
Hein,
Tainari's house?
d'avoir autant de fois.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Ouais, tu l'as plus de fois que moi. Ah, du coup. Que si tu l'avais pas et qu'elle est C3, tu l'as eu une fois de plus que moi. Tu l'as eu 4 fois, du coup. Du coup, j'ai pas lu ce qu'il fallait que je cherche là. Non, mais je pense que c'est un peu tout le monde sur ces tirages. Hein.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't seem...
Ouais, Yao, franchement, elle est timide. Hein. J'ai eu les 2 persos 5 étoiles quand même avant Yao. Enfin, le deuxième 5 étoiles, je l'ai eu avec Yao.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand.
Alors que c'est qu'un 4 étoiles, hein. C'est normalement
here.
au niveau des tirages, ça devrait être pareil. Hein. On devrait avoir plus de chances de l'avoir que.
From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprint...
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Tu l'as pas eu au final?
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
Ouais, moi je la voulais quand même. Mais je l'ai toujours pas travaillé, faut que je la travaille absolument. Comme toi, Paimon, quand tu sens quelque chose d'appétissant, ouais, on peut la pâter direct.
Got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge.
Ouais, j'ai été quand même assez chanceux sur cette bannière quand même. Bon, ça compense par rapport à la dernière bannière où c'est que j'ai galéré à avoir Raiden. Mais ouais, sur celle-là, j'ai été un... J'avoue.
Even deep within the
Pourtant, ça
clutches of
commençait mal
madness,
avec les tirages.
they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars? Are the rumors really true?
Ouais, mais c'est un peu c'est un peu tous les gamins là-dedans.
Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Timmy, la première fois que tu le vois aussi avec ses histoires de pigeons, on dit tiens mais qu'est-ce que tu me fais chier avec tes pigeons là?
Please, you have to save my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
On a la flemme, on va se TP. Ah, j'ai même pas fait 1 mètre.
The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice too.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, on va laisser comme ça le joli plan.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Taya, il me la faut aussi. Hein. Mais sans le trésor à l'intérieur.
Oh,
Putain, sérieux.
You bet.
Oui, c'est vrai.
So, everything goes smoothly?
C'est vrai, je me rappelle. Je l'ai fait, ouais, la petite quête avec elle. Mais c'est le coffre que tu voulais. Oui, c'est vrai. Tu m'as dit que tu cherchais le coffre. C'est vrai, je me rappelle de ça. Mais en même temps, j'ai bien rigolé sur sa quête avec elle. Franchement, il y a des bonnes punchlines avec elle. Hein.
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
Ouais, franchement, elle est incroyable.
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful?
Ouais.
I see.
Ouais, Clé, on l'a pas eu, Modin non plus. On a encore tellement de persos à avoir.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort.
Ah ouais? Une quête d'argent, bien. Et du coup, faut pas la... C'est, ils vont te donner par rapport à ce que tu as déjà fait ou, ou ce que tu vas faire, parce que sinon, j'arrête là tout de suite. Hein. On va les faire après. Hein. J'ai pas vu ça. Dans un 3.5, elle y a du coup. Donc, ouais, on va l'avoir assez rapidement. Ouais, on verra. De toute façon, je pense que là, la bannière qui va arriver, je pense pas qu'on va faire. Va arriver. C'est quand? C'est demain qu'elle arrive, la prochaine bannière. En 5 heures, ouais. Je vais regarder un peu, mais je pense pas qu'on va faire des tirages dessus. Donc on va attendre celle d'après. Hein. On va voir.
It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Pareil, Deya, je la veux pour l'avoir. Pour l'instant, à mon avis, ça m'étonnerait qu'on s'en occupe. Ouais, on verra.
So what should we do then?
On verra quand ça
Should
sera
we
en
go back
place.
to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip.
Ouais, mais je m'en fous qu'elle soit ou faut pas. Elle est trop stylée, donc je la veux.
Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah yeah.
Après, ouais, ça
Delavar, the
dépend
scar-riddled
aussi, ouais.
bandit,
Comme tu
Edgar,
dis.
the wide-eyed butcher,
J'avoue, mais bon, il n'y a
and
pas
Jabari,
d'urgence à
the
l'avoir,
dark-pale,
donc...
bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts. These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia.
Et la grosse priorité qu'on a, c'est Bennett. Bennett, il est vraiment dans pas mal d'équipes et tout. Ouais, je suis d'accord, elle a vraiment trop de flow.
Tia, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every more I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Ouais. Après, ouais, ça dépend un peu des équipes et tout. Voilà, c'est priorité, ce que t'as un peu et les équipes.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
Ouais, c'est ça. C'est le problème, c'est de savoir qui on va invoquer. Quand on a... sur les tirages.
I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the Mad Scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in
C'est
the
pour ça
village
qu'il faut que
and
j'arrive à
continue
résister
investigating on your own.
sur les invoques. De pas le faire à chaque bannière pour arriver à en mettre de côté quand vraiment il y a un perso que je veux pour pour avoir du stock, quoi. Mais c'est compliqué. À chaque fois qu'il y a des invoques, je dis ouais, je vais pas faire de tirage et tout. Je vais attendre la prochaine. Ouais, mais là, il y a ce perso, je l'aimerais bien. Là, comme ça a fait là, au départ, je devais juste faire quelques invoques pour avoir Yao Yao. Et au final, Yao Yao, j'ai galéré pour l'avoir. Et j'ai eu les 2 5 étoiles. Mm. Ouais, ouais, moi ça va venir au fur et à mesure.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Hop, TP. Du coup, ça y est, tu veux Kiki aussi. Elle est trop bien, Kiki.
Well, here we are again.
Mona aussi, ouais, Mona, elle est pas mal. Mona, j'ai pas eu encore.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel.
Elle est efficace en tant que healer, Kiki. Hein.
Even exist. It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms.
Même si tu la mets pas dans ton équipe principale, dans une équipe secondaire pour les abysses, pour faire du heal, ça peut vachement servir.
Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim.
Bon, mis à part quelques petites erreurs de temps en temps, où des fois je temporise pas, généralement, ouais. Généralement, pareil, c'est rare que je donne à bouffer à mes persos. Hein. Avec Kiki, soit mon E est actif et du coup j'ai assez sur mon DPS, sur ma Kenging pour heal. Soit je temporise avec elle quand tout le monde a besoin de heal, je temporise avec elle pour healer toute l'équipe. Ouais, les abysses, c'est juste, ça m'a permis de voir un petit peu... ça m'a permis de voir un petit peu que l'équipe avait quand même... mon équipe principale, elle avait quand même évolué. Et ça m'a permis de voir un peu les défauts de mon équipe secondaire, là, avec Ito.
Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
C'est malheureux, mais Ito, je pense que j'ai un peu de mal avec son gameplay. Je vais le finaliser, mais je pense qu'on va le laisser un peu tomber. Ouais, bah moi j'ai les deux, j'ai le shield et le heal, parce que des fois je suis un barbare, des fois je fais pas attention et du coup voilà. J'ai essayé juste avec un shield à chaque fois, mais je galère.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I
Il me faut
could.
du heal obligatoire.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all.
Ouais. Ouais, j'aurais peut-être dû un invoque sur normal. Mais Ito me plaisait aussi. Bon, je suis content de l'avoir, Ito. C'est juste, on va le finir. Puis après, faut que j'essaye quand même de le faire avec en mode batterie. Donc il essaie le jouer comme ça. Faut que je regarde un peu des tutos sur Ito pour essayer d'améliorer un peu le gameplay, tout, la totale. Après, le problème, ouais, jouer juste au shield sans heal, je suis habitué depuis un moment, ça fait un moment que je joue, depuis que j'ai Kanging, en fait, je joue avec un heal au cul. Et de jouer sans heal, du coup, je galère pas vite. Hein. Je suis habitué à être bourrin, à pas trop faire attention aux coups que je me prends et tout ça. Le fait d'avoir un heal et un shield, je fais pas trop attention à ma protection, en fait.
Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for.
Raiden à 240. C'est ce qu'il faut, hein. En recharge d'énergie, c'est ce qu'il faut sur Raiden.
Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
C'est ce qu'il va me falloir sur Xiao aussi, je crois. Il faut autour des 200% recharge d'énergie. Avec Sucrose en recharge en batterie derrière. Et d'être pratiquement tout le temps... Faut être pratiquement tout le temps en ulti. Ouais. Ouais, c'est ça. Raiden, t'es tout le temps en ulti en fait. T'es tout le temps en ulti. Tu fais ton ulti et après, enfin déjà tu déclenches les ultis de tes trois équipiers et après tu la mêles et tu te déchaînes. Ouais, moi je vais pas tarder à faire une pause repas parce que ce soir, ce soir je stream aussi. C'est rare que je fasse des streams du soir, mais là ce soir je teste Hogwarts Legacy, le nouveau Harry Potter. Donc comme je suis sur PC, il sera dispo à partir de 19h. Là c'est que ceux qui sont sur PS5 qui est dispo depuis minuit. Donc le temps de le télécharger, je pense entre 20h et 21h, je vais commencer à le stream quoi. On va tester ça. Là j'ai hâte de me mettre dedans. Ah bah c'est la nouveauté hein, franchement voilà sur les Harry Potter c'était honnêtement j'ai jamais joué à un Harry Potter. Ça va être mon premier mais celui-là il me faisait envie. Et les anciens, j'ai pas trop envie de les prendre, ils me font pas trop envie. Ah, c'est la nouvelle sortie, quoi. Là, officiellement, il sort le 10, et quand tu prends la version de luxe, elle est dispo à partir d'aujourd'hui, en fait. Ah, tout le monde l'attendait, c'est un peu comme quand Pokémon Écarlate et Violet, quand le dernier Pokémon est sorti, voilà. Beaucoup l'attendaient. Et franchement, il a l'air pas mal. Donc ce soir, on attaque. Moi, ça fait partie des jeux que j'attendais impatiemment là. Ah, moi, c'est pas que j'aime bien. Après, je suis pas un grand fan non plus d'Harry Potter. J'aime bien la série et tout ça, voilà. Et j'avoue que le jeu, en plus c'est des univers que j'aime bien. Le jeu, j'ai hâte d'y être. Donc ce soir, sur du Harry Potter. On va voir ce qu'on fait comme perso. Déjà, on va essayer de pas passer trop de temps sur la personnalisation. Après, j'ai vu, il n'y a pas l'air d'avoir trop de détails non plus dedans. Le problème, c'est que quand j'arrive sur les moteurs, déjà, le personnage, qu'est-ce qu'on va faire? Voilà. Donc on va voir ce soir.
Come on, enough procrastinating.
Ouais, non, mais de toute
Let's
façon,
go.
c'est Pouf Souffle là. C'est obligé, on va chez Pouf. Ouais, c'est la maison Pouf, le direct. Ouais, moi j'ai fait les tests et tout, voilà, c'est Pouf Souffle, mais Pouf Souffle, honnêtement, c'est la meilleure des maisons. T'en entends pas parler, ils sont discrets, ils sont altruistes et tout ça, mais c'est la meilleure des maisons. Ouais, ils sont tranquilles. Non, mais tout le monde va aller chez Gryffondor, c'est la maison d'Harry Potter. Mais non, faut pas faire
In
comme tout le monde.
adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Ouais. Bon, allez. Je commence à avoir les crocs. On y va. Et on va voir ce soir un petit peu. On va faire ça dès que c'est téléchargé en place et tout. De toute façon, voilà. Oh, on lance le live, je pense. Ouais, entre 20h et 21h, on va lancer ça. Allez, à plus. Bon appétit, bon après-midi. Allez, ciao tout le monde. Ciao, bye bye. Et on se retrouve ce soir sur du Harry Potter. Ouais, c'était cool. Ouais, c'est toujours sympa de discuter tranquille. Merci. Allez, ciao, bye bye.